Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair. Today we'll be jumping back into that marvelous Ludum Dare 30 swimming pool with another great 3 games to check out. And before we get started, I would just like to take a moment to thank everyone who's been sending me games and suggesting games and recommending other stuff for me to check out as a part of Ludum Dare number 30. Helps me out a whole bunch. It helps to make this show as good as it possibly can be. So thank you for all of that assistance. However, I am only one human cryptid hybrid man thingy, and I have my own physical limitations, and I probably won't be able to get to all of the games. So I will do my best to hit all of them with a showcase video. I've sort of trimmed my list quite a bit recently, but I can't promise that I'll get to them all. So, the first game on our showcase list today is Starlord by Lowcade Crew. It was a jam entry for the 72-hour portion of Ludum Dare, and as I'm sure you can guess, it is a Guardians of the Galaxy, or more specifically, Starlord from the Guardians of the Galaxy, themed, sort of arcadey, platformy, shooty game that is very 16-bitty, and it's a lot of fun looking. So we'll just jump in here. Let's roll. Alrighty, the 30XX Diary, Mission, Ludum Dare 30. Space Lord, a man who is apparently trying to steal our trademarked spacey, lordy, starry name, has escaped from maximum security prison in Sector 42 and was rescued by his crew. He is heading off northwards, destroying planets in his wake. Witness reports seeing him on the Antares planet, murdering people and civilians running. And our mission is to neutralize Mr. Space Lord before he destroys this planet. And as an important note, our connection to the dead world has been fixed since our last mission. Don't forget that we can only defeat the dark spacey lord in the living realm. And if we find ourselves in the dead world, we need to collect 3 souls to return to the living. This is actually how this game ties into the theme of Connected Worlds, and we will get to how that's a little bit hinky in a moment. So let us do the thing, and no, we won't be fucking it up. Don't you worry, man-bear pirate thing. Alrighty, here we are. We are a fantastical Star-Lord man who jumps and shoots and dives and does pretty much flippin' everything. Just gotta make sure that we dodge all these blaster shots. We've got crazy flying pterodactyls that drop bombs. Ah, crud. We've already entered into the world of the dead, and that's a bit of a bother, and I will show you why in a moment. So, we need to kill 3 things when we are in the world of the dead. Thus, did we break the thing? There we go. We have to collect these 3 souls by killing 3 monsters, and we've already collected 1 or 2 of them by shooting the space bat and the eyeball man who was protecting our little red power-up. And so we'll just hop down here. Gotta be careful not to take any more hits, or we will actually die for Rizzle. Up, and now we've gotten 3 souls, but unfortunately, as I'm sure you've noticed, we start back at the beginning, almost as if we died, and that can be a little bit of a pain in the fanny, as I'm sure you can imagine. It might be intended to be this way, very Dark Souls-esque, that you only get 1 and then you're done. But as I'm sure I've mentioned, it's kind of a pain in the fanny. And I think the better solution to that would have been if you enter the dead world and you murder people in the spectral world. Maybe there's like undead versions of everything, or maybe there's just different monsters entirely. And then once you kill them and collect their soul juju, you return to the world of the living wherever you entered the world of the dead. And that wouldn't be quite as much of a pain in the tuchus as it tends to be when you're really far along in the game when you enter the world of the dead. I don't know, just food for thought. Other than that, this game is pretty solid. Oops, well, yeah, now we entered the world of the dead again. And that's a bit of a pain in the butt. But it's got great artwork, fun little characters that have their own unique personalities. It's great. I just really don't like that frickin' world of the dead thing. There's fun little trees, the graphics are very simple to kind of navigate and tell what's what. Each character's got its own fun, unique personality. And as I'm sure you noticed, the fires have got smiley faces. Uh-oh, we've gotten murdered. Uh-oh. Right, so, jumping back in here, what would this game do in the future? Because, you know, if they wanted to expand on this, I'm not sure who owns the rights to the Disney Guardians of the Galaxy and Starlord, if this is in fact the Starlord that I am familiar with. I do not know if this is completely authentic, as I was not the biggest comic book guy, and I don't know if there was a Starlord show or anything, so I don't know how authentic that is, but I would imagine it would be a pain in the fanny as a bunch of indies to make a Starlord game. But being a wondrous space fashionista, as it appears that we are, with our glorious scarf and our Urban Outfitters aileron helmet from, like, the Space War of the Galaxian Empire. I think this could definitely carry over into a bunch of unique characters. Maybe there was a couple of little funky areas in here, too, where not all of the ceilings are as high up as they appear to be. Frippin' World of the Dead. Get out of here. Spicy frickin' hawks. Maybe if I just avoid everybody. The controls are solid. It's a fun game. Very nice job, Lowcade crew. Next up on our list is Lucid by Fisholith. Fisholith. I was unclear whether or not this was a jam game or if this was a 48-hour game. It seemed like it started as a 48-hour game and became a jam game. But it's interesting. It's not what I was expecting. Obviously, when you see a crow, you immediately think you're going to be flying around and doing crow things, stealing corn, heckling scarecrows, but that's not quite what we've got here. So we start our adventures as this delightful little crow, but there's something off about him or her. This lovely crow has a busted wing and we can't fly, and we just plummet to our death if we attempt to do that. But if we get all the way up here, but then suddenly there's this weird shooty mechanic. Oh yes, we can teleport in the dream world using dream dust or some such. I presume this is a game about dreams and lucid dreaming and being a spectral beast, but we start our adventures here with Mr. Kitty Cat, and when we hit Z, we can enter his dreams. And I think that's a pretty cool way to do a Connected Worlds, connecting the world of dreams together as some sort of spirit animal, collecting dream orbules of spectral spiritual power. And you can tell how many are left in the level because there's this little row of dots underneath of our jump bars that tell us how much jump juice we've got left. And it's all about jumping and swizzling our crow self through terrain obstacles to go about grabbing these spirit orbs. Let's do the thing, Cropernicus. So yeah, I like this game so far. It was one of those games that I was not expecting to find, and it feels very, like, cerebral in a way. It's one of those things that could potentially be a mind-brain melty game with different weird puzzles. But for right now, we just have a couple of levels where we try to gather up all of these orbules. Presumably without dying too much. And we have to be careful here because this is a giant chasm, and we'll just have to jet across. Uh-oh. Nope, we fell. And that's one of the few pieces of feedback I have if you just saw that camera dipping way down below the ground. I believe it's trying to use a predictive algorithm or some such basic logic in order to predict where the crow is going to fall to better align itself and follow your character. But it ends up being a little bit floaty and wobbly, and it kind of, at times, when I'm trying to do clutch maneuvering, it gives me the nausea. Makes my stomach go wibbly-wombly, timey-wimbly. And, other than that, most of this is pretty solid and tasty, aside from the occasional, freezing lag spike, because it flips out at the particles on occasion. But it doesn't actually crash, which is not the kind of bug I would have expected. But, we just use our crazy jumping power to wind and intertwine our way across here and collect all of these orbules. And I like it. It's just, sometimes it's a little bit fiddly with the controls, because They're multi-directional, they can go in sideways angles. And, yeah, I enjoy this game. I feel like this could be another type of, like, Fezzy game, you know, where you've got weird cerebrally powers that do the thing. Right, we need to go back up here again. I really enjoy the artwork in the background. It's got this sort of hazy, melty, watercolor-esque, pixely 8-bit art, and then there's a nice kind of, almost sandy sort of texture in the foreground with little accenting items everywhere. It's a lovely package. Oh, crud. Crud, 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 we're falling down. But that in a nutshell is Lucid. If I don't break the game, of course. And it's all about winding our way through the realms of dreams in order to presumably save these creatures from some sort of ill-mannered fate. And if I had to talk about the future of this game, I would have to say it really feels like a game that would talk about spirit animals and maybe like some sort of medicine man from like a tribal culture traveling through the realms of dreams to either get healed or maybe because this crow finds himself... Oops. Hit the wrong button. Maybe because this crow finds itself stuck in this realm, maybe its companion, its witch doctor friend, has fallen ill or is entranced by a dark power, and you have to wend your way through the realms of dreams in order to save them. There's a whole bunch of things you could do with this. I mean, you'd probably add some cool spiritual powers besides just the jump that you could use in very specific circumstances. Like maybe there was some items that do not behave in the normal course of solidity, and you can use a strange mojo power in order to go through some terrain that would otherwise be solid in the mortal realm. And you would switch back and forth between the dream world and different sleeping entities to get past certain obstacles and activate levers or something. I don't know, there's a whole boatload of possibilities, though, if you really think about it. When was the last time you played a game about a spirit animal that was wending through interdimensional dreams? So I think this could be really cool, and it's a really strong concept. It really is. And there's just something about this almost jetpacky jumping maneuver that is really satisfying to do. And I like the music they added for these orbs as well. They're a lot of fun. And before we jump out of this game, I want to try and get a little higher up into this tower. There's a lot of little hang-ups on the terrain that are kind of absolutely infuriating. Alright. Here we are, at the top of the Tower of Power, with all of the orbs. And one would assume eventually, with a little refinement, that these orbs might be something that opens up an interdimensional gate, or maybe every level they unlock a new power. It's hard to say, but I'd like to see where this goes. But other than fixing the camera, which, as you can see, can kind of get wobbly at times, and give me the kasklugls, it's pretty solid. There's a lot of cool environments, different jumping challenges right now. Not an excessive number of really mind benders, but it's legit. There's a cute little crow. Who doesn't love a cute crow? Although I don't think most people usually find crows to be cute. So very nice job, group at Lowcade. Play around with those things, maybe twiddle with the mouse, or not the mouse, the arrow controls, or maybe replace it with a mouse control to control what direction you jump in. And I think with the advent of a couple more story elements, this could be really flippin' cool to play. Another mind-bendy Fezzy game. So nice job. Whee into the abyss. Alrighty, last but not least, we have this little piggy by the Infection Crew, who I checked out their delectable game during Ludum Dare 29 about saving a man's internal organs from infection. And this is a game all about being a strange interstellar hermit. And we are eventually going to make ourselves some potato salad. right here on this plate. And this is, this was absolutely, fun and a little bit bonkers. They literally just said on Twitter, you know what, we should make a game about potato salad and interdimensional worlds and a cult. And so they made this. And there's a lot of fun, low-poly artwork. There's a fun tune in the background to rock out to. It's very relaxing and not too complicated. You're just grabbing up materials and doing the thing. Well, there's a lot more materials than I remember there to be. Oh, wait, that's more onions than I need. Way more onions. Larry's getting a little too greedy. Right, eggs. Where are the eggs? I think the only major piece of feedback I have, besides maybe giving the trees colliding physics... Do I have potatoes? I have potatoes. Where are the eggs? Is maybe offer me a field of view slider, because I know there isn't like a weird... Or maybe there isn't a weird field of view wobbling going on. Oh, here's the chickens. Hi, chickens! You're the derpy chickens from Invader Zim. You stare into my soul in that sort of, like, brain mush way. Alright, now we have to go and prepare the potato salad. But maybe offer me a field of view, because much like Lucid, in a different way, something about how the land wraps kind of makes me nauseous after a while, especially when I'm sprinting around in a moment. But you will see when that comes into play. And so we hit F to prepare the potato salad. It looks pretty good already, but you know what would be great is if we added some bacon to the mix. And now is when we're about to find out how they handle the question of connected worlds. And we'll just come up to one of these scary, soulless, jittering pigs. Maybe clean up that animation a touch. But something's happening! Oh, good! Oh, spider pigs! Spider pig people. Oh, that's my favorite. That's exactly what I wanted. Spider bacon. Oh, nope. Get out of here, you spicy. Alright, we have to go through the portal to their dimension and destroy their stuff and keep them from respawning. We have to go and destroy their idols. If I can find the portal, I get super lost in this very small planetoid. There's actually some nice clouds in the distance. Where is this? Where's the portal, you pigly bastards? Piggly Wiggly, you know what? I said some jokes about your mom, I'm sorry, okay? The guns are not called for, okay? Alright, where's the idol? Here's one. Here is Mr. Piggington Idol. Come here, you. Oh, I can get a shotgun. Get out of here. Oh, I can get a cool idol and some bacon. I was actually just going to wonder if that was a thing. Some bacon to help me heal and revive in between murdering things. That's splendid. That was well-timed, too, just when I needed a little boost, a bacony boost. So we've got 3 out of the 4 idols. Where is the last one? Here it is. Take that, Piggly Idol. Now we have to kill everyone. So that shouldn't be too bad. There's 1, there's 2. Gotta be careful, though. They can gang up on you really quickly. Oh, there's 1. I want your gun, though. Give me the gun. Sweet, more ammunition. Would be nice if you had the option, if you guys refine this, to just pick up more ammo from guns by walking over them, as opposed to equipping them. But I think it's still kind of fun that you can equip different weapons to fight in this game. That was really neat. I really like the artwork, too. There's a lot of unique plants and recolored stuff, and I'm gonna die. No. I need some bacon. Drop some spider bacon. I need the bacon strips. They save me. They are my life's blood. If there's one thing a cryptid really enjoys, it's a bit of bacon. Okay, where is everyone? Nope, no ganging up on Larry. Get out of here, you spicy piglies. They're really cool, though. Nice job on the animation and rigging for these. Why are there so many of you? Holy smokes. What? Oh, I've managed to escape through the portal. Alright. Kite them through the portal. Maybe we will be able to survive. Alright, we did it! That's right. Give me that bacon. Can't. You got nothing on Larry. Now I'm gonna eat your potato salad. That's right. And so if you can't guess, these Piggly men are the cult of the potato salad. and they are neither a fan of me murdering and eating their brethren, nor of eating their god, the potato salad. But they are too late. Give me some of that. Oh, that is awesome. There are two different end screens. There's this end screen, and then there's the cult end screen. But yeah, this was a fun, goofy package, and I had a lot of fun playing this. This was just pure enjoyment on every level. There's a fun, bubbly soundtrack, some action, some slight scavenger hunty adventure. And if I had to say if this game was to ever expand on what it's got, maybe you go traveling through space trying to avoid people because you're an antisocial hermit, and you end up going through and fighting off various salad snacking people, cults, empires, strange space bandits and pirates, maybe one for like the Caesar salad or a Jello salad, and the Jello salad could have like slime monsters. But the controls are good, the rigging is delicious, the art is fun, the whole package is great. I love it. Just tweak with that field of view slider so I don't get so narshilous when I'm sprinting around the planet. And this is great. I like it. Nice job, guys. Another splendid addition to your roster of games. But anyway, that's all for this episode. Nice job, everyone, for these games. And if you want to play and rate any of these games, you can find them and their links in the description. And, yeah, I'm also going to do one other spicy thing right now. I am going to showcase two other YouTube channels that also do Ludum Dare coverage. We have on this corner the Button Masher Bros, who do a lovely job putting together a co-op based show where they play a lot of multiplayer games and showcase some of their favorite games from Ludum Dare. And then we've also got Jupiter Hadley, and she plays the ever-loving beschnibbles out of every game she can get her hands on. I have not seen anyone quite as dedicated as her to just play as many games as she can and showcase as many as she can. She plays pretty much every flippin' indie jam that I have ever seen. Ran into her during the Cyberpunk jam. She does a great job. Check out those two channels. Give them some likes and some subscribes if you haven't already seen them, and I will catch you next time. I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Don't forget to throw some love my way with some likes and subscribes, and I will catch you next time for Ludum Dare Showcase number 5. Until then, toodaloo!